Hey fam. All right, in today's episode, we're going to talk about my five faves for the month of January 2023. I'm also going to discuss how I fertilize in the wintertime. So that's it. Let's make it do what it do. Hey guys. All right, just like you, I have my favorites and they can change from month to month. But that being said, we're going to talk about the ones that I liked the most during the month of January. So the first up is going to be my Anthurium metallicum. I got this one, I said probably like in like October, late September, October timeframe, or maybe even later than that. But this is one I got from Tropical Plants. It hasn't, it hasn't grown, what have you, but it's been steady. I mean, I haven't had any issues. It is living right now in very basic humidity in terms of probably like down to 40% in the room that it's in right now. She's gets medium light, about 40% humidity, water about, actually right now I'm watering my anthuriums about once a week at least. I've actually been a little bit more conscious of the water intake over the last couple of months, because I've noticed that some of them have kind of had some challenges, but this beauty, none at all. And again, what I think, I'm excited to see what she does this upcoming spring, because they get to be about, the leaves get to be about 3 feet. So we will see. I'm actually probably going to add some sphagnum moss around here just to kind of help promote some hopefully some acidic roots or whatever. But this is my Anthurium metallicum. All right, guys. So next on my list is the philodendron snowdrift. I like her because she has gone through a lot. I mean, I think she's had, when I got her, she had like some spots on her. I think that she had some challenges, maybe some type of insect issue, but she got out of that and she started growing some of her new leaves. And this is actually her newest. Which one is that? This is her newest leaf right here. And she is beautiful. And she's also growing another one. She just got, this just came out probably within the last week. This one right here. And now she has another one that is about to pop probably in about a week or two. She has not slowed down in the wintertime. And I think, to be quite honest, I think she has kind of sped up a little bit. She is in a room that has about 50, between about 50 on average, humidity. Nice. She's near a grow light. She's not right up under it, but she's near one. And it gets a nice little light. She actually got burned here because I didn't realize I have a plant stand that has grow lights on. I didn't realize that she was creeping underneath it, and she got burnt right here. But she's a stunner, man. She's beautiful, and she's low maintenance, no issues. I am probably going to be putting her on some type of pole soon to give her a little bit more support. But yeah, she's definitely one of my favorites for this month, and she'll probably be that going forward. So let's see if we can give you a little bit better shot. Yeah, right there. All right. This is the philodendron snowdrift. All right, guys. So the next one on my list is she definitely made her debut last year. She's been in terms of just in the plant community in general, a lot of people have picked her up. But I love her. I picked her up when she was kind of like small, like about this, and then she's really kind of bloomed over the last few months. I want to say I got her in the I got her in like June, no, August. I got her in August. So this is the philodendron summer glory, and she is definitely picked up size. I've seen some other plant tubers where they're like, she's gotten really big. So I'm interested in seeing how she grows over the next few months. If you guys don't know the Summer Glory is a hybrid between the Gloriosum, Philodendron Gloriosum, and I believe it's the Macaulay's Finale. Just recently came out recently. Said she's definitely a prolific grower. She's actually in the same room as the as my snowdrift. She is under a grow light. Gets about 40 to 50% humidity in the wintertime right now. Um, as you guys probably are aware, even in the same room, you could have like 3 or 4 microclimates. So, where she's further away from the humidifier, further away from the humidifier. So she doesn't get as much humidity, but they really don't need that much. I mean, it's your typical philodendron. Again, this is the philodendron Summer Glory. She's beautiful, and she is growing. Again, she's growing a lot too. Right now she has about two, well, one, two, three growth points that are coming out. Three growth points that are coming out. So yeah, she has not stopped since when she was like cold wet. But as you probably know too, that once you're in the wintertime, you typically will. I mean, your plants won't stop growing because you have the heat on. So if you have the heat on, if you have adequate humidity, they're going to continue to do what they need to do, just like if they were in a tropical climate. So, yeah. So that was the philodendron Summer Glory. All right. So next on my list is the philodendron Warziskii. Warziskii. All right, I'll put it up. I'm putting, yeah, I'm putting all these up here. So if you know how to pronounce it phonetically, please put it in the comments, and we can kind of take it from there. But she is the Warziskii aurea. I love the color on this plant, and she struggled a little bit over the fall. She had had to kind of play with where I put her in terms of the light and everything else. She lost a few leaves, but she's actually bouncing back really nicely. Looks like she's about to come out. A couple of leaves look like they're about to bud. At least on all three of those, I can see some points that are coming out. So she's definitely going to be nice in the summer. And I also like the fact that she was just resilient and she made it happen, man. She was like, I'm not going. And I am telling you, I'm not going. Yeah, so this is the Warziskii. I'll put it down below. Aurea. And one thing about this one is that it does get to be about 3 or 4 feet because it has a thick base. And it gets thicker, obviously, it really won't need support over time. So until after it gets over about 3 feet. So we'll see how much she grows. She's been pretty prolific growing in the summertime. I got her again. I was probably like in that July, August time frame. And she's just beautiful, man. I mean, the natural color is just, she definitely pops against a lot of my darker green plants. All right, so my aurea. I'm not going to say the rest of it, but it's a philodendron W. aurea. All right, guys. So the last one of my top 5, and I'm pretty sure you guys remember this one from when I unboxed it, but it is the philodendron Patriciae. Patriciae. She has definitely acclimated well. She still has, I think she had 5 leaves and now she's down to about 4, but she looks like she's about to grow another one. And she's just thriving, man. I think she's great. You see how long these leaves are. She's going to be, I'm really interested in seeing how she does over the next summer. You guys may remember I got this from an Equigenera auction. And this is the Patriciae, Philodendron Patriciae. All right, so I couldn't leave it at 5. There are a couple of honorable mentions that I want to kind of bring up, and so let's go ahead and do those. The honorable mention. All right, so my first honorable mention is the Anthurium Brownie Eye 5. She is still a baby or what have you, but she is definitely doing her thing. She's definitely acclimated well. I haven't had any issues with her. Look, I can't really see any roots at this point, but she's definitely thriving. I mean, and I think that it's going to be interesting to see what she looks like going into this into the spring, spring going into the summer. So this is the Ethereum Brownie Eye 5. All right. So my second honorable mention is this baby right here. She is and hopefully I won't get wet. She is my El Chaco Red. I got her from an Ecuadorian auction. When she came in, she had 5 leaves. And then she quickly went down to this one right here. This one right here. And she stayed that way for a minute. And now she just produced this one in the last 2 weeks. So I'm excited about that. It was a growth point that was there when I got her. So I'm glad to see that it survived. Let me put it down because she is wet. I just watered her. So she is definitely looking like she's acclimating. We're just going to keep fingers crossed and hope that she continues to grow. I'm going to be putting on a moss pole shortly. And this was just something temporary just to kind of at least get her in there. And hopefully, she'll continue to vibe and hopefully she'll continue to put out leaves like this. This is heaven, man. This is beautiful. I'm going to stop touching it because I don't want to mess up. But yeah, so right now she had 5. They were definitely wilting and brown. If I have a picture, I'll show you to you guys. But I really don't think I took any pictures at that point in time. But I just had her. I had to basically acclimate her, put her in a pot, put in a glass pot so I can actually see the roots and making sure that everything is developing. I put her next to a humidifier because she was so big that I couldn't put her in what I have as far as like the little greenhouse contraption I have or anything else that I have that's that. So I put her next to a humidifier, watered her, fed her, what have you, and she's good. She finally got this one out like about a week or 2 ago. So I'm excited about her. So she definitely became one of my top 5 for just being a survivor and just making it happen. So that's the last of my honorable mentions. But to kind of talk about some of how I care for my plants, at least from a fertilizer standpoint, and how I use it. But essentially, what type of fertilizer I use, what combinations. Basically, I don't, in terms of frequency, it's basically I fertilize pretty much every time I water. I'll basically use a quarter strength of the fertilizer, whatever the recommended dosage of the fertilizer is on those plants that are growing, show signs of growing, which right now it's all of them. All of them are pretty much growing on some level. Every time I turn around, generally 9 out of 10 of them are showing some type that are acclimated, are showing some type of bud, some type of growth, some type of leaf unfurling, what have you. So I typically will fertilize at a quarter strength each time I fertilize. Of course, that's for me and my conditions. You have to also judge from yours and determine what's best for you. I will use a combination of a couple of things. I use this Jack's Classics houseplant fertilizer. Yeah. Houseplant special. So Jack's Classic Houseplant special, it has 15%, 15, 30, 15, which is usually about the max that you do for fertilizer. I know that some, like Miracle-Gro, I think you can get up to like 30% in nitrogen. I actually started using this converted from Miracle-Gro when I saw Plants and Things. She actually uses this for her plants. So been using this. This is one, and then of course got to use CalMag. CalMag is calcium, magnesium. And also, this particular variety does come with iron and micronutrients. I will make a video later this week, just kind of breaking down uh, the products and what like, for example, what micronutrients this what has, what are the benefits of calcium, what's the benefits of magnesium, what's the benefits of iron, or what have you, just so we can kind of get a better understanding. So we'll do like a little chat and learn type of thing later in the week, on the next video, which hopefully will be later in the week. It's been a crazy week, man. So, um, that being said, CalMag is another one. And then just because I'm being a little extra, I also dab in a little kelp, kelp extract, which is a sea plant blend. It does have micronutrients in it. It also has some algae as well. And this is definitely kind of similar to if you use, like the fish supplement, or if you use aquarium water, has a similar effect in terms of creating fertility in the soil, or what have you, what have you. Again, I'll discuss it in more detail in my next video. The next one is silica, and what I have is TPS. I think was calling TSP earlier. TPS Silica Gold. Silica is basically a natural forming element. A lot of people use it basically to help with it strengthens the wall structure and makes a stronger, more durable stem or petiole or what have you. So I found out about this when I was doing my yard renovation, and they said that you spray this on your grass, and it helps to strengthen the stand of a strand of grass, whatever. Same concept happens when it comes to plants. It basically creates a stronger wall structure, which makes the petiole, or the stem, a lot more durable. So this definitely, I've been using it for about 8 months. And I think most of my plants have really have done well with it. So definitely continue to put it in. It's not something that you're going to notice overnight, but it's just something that you see gradually over time, that you have your plant stand up a little stronger, a little taller, a little stronger. So I definitely will recommend this. Again, what I'm going to do. Oh, and last but not least. Okay, so I have a bunch of floor plants, some that are in some big pots. So I have a filter on one of my taps that allows me to use that and I use that typically for my smaller plants, just to kind of water them up. But for my larger plants, I use a bigger, I use about a 2 gallon pot, 2 gallon water. And so that being said, I just use regular tap water, but I do put some tap water conditioner. They also use, I think it's called, depending on what brand you use, it could be Stress Coat, tap water conditioner. Basically, it's a dechlorinator. You do 1 millimeter per 20 gallons. So that being said, you only have to take a little bit to put in a 2 gallon or 1 gallon watering can. And then you get your waters good for the most part. And it has responded well. Like my Marantas and some of my Calatheas that are still surviving have done that. I don't see any browning on them, and I don't see any browning on some of the other ones in terms of our yellowing of the leaves, because due to the nature of my tap water. Not something that you have to do. Some people can use their tap water and it's all good and gravy. But for me, I just use this as kind of like extra protection to make sure that whatever water they're getting is neutral as possible, so that we don't have any issues. All right. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys continue to come on my journey. For those that have been here, welcome back. And for those that, I know it's like at the end of the video, but I'm going to say it anyway. Welcome back. For those that are new, welcome to my channel. Please feel free to like and subscribe. If you choose, if you like the video, please comment below. Let me know what are some of your favorite plants for January, as well as what supplements you use. And as I said, in my next video, I'm going to kind of go into a deeper dive of the supplements I use, as well as the NPK and what's the benefits of that to your plant, as well as micronutrients that are good for your plants and things you may want to look out for when you are choosing additional supplements above and beyond some of the fertilizers that you have. But that being said, have a great one and happy planting.